The joy of the Lord, our true strength. Based on your interest in the connection between the Old and New Testaments and Christ-centered preaching, I recommended the sermon theme from Nehemiah 8:10b. The joy of the Lord is your strength. This theme allows you to emphasize how the Old and New Testaments are linked with Christ at the center of the entire Bible. Sermon outline. We emphasize that the Lord to be rejoiced in is God who makes covenants and saves in the Old Testament, and how all these attributes are fulfilled in Jesus Christ in the New Testament. We explain that rejoicing is a volitional choice beyond mere emotion, and how this joy becomes spiritual strength, strength to overcome challenges, and strength for evangelism too, deepening the understanding of biblical joy. To understand joy more biblically, we delve deeply into the Jewish perspective of the Old Testament and original language analysis. Jewish understanding. For Jews, joy stemmed from their covenantal relationship with God, salvation and deliverance, God's presence and worship, and from His word and the law. These were often experienced during feasts. Differences in understanding joy between believers and non-believers. Believers' joy, God-centered, a fruit of the Spirit, and a lasting joy based on hope. Non-believers' happiness, pleasure, world-centered, temporary, and an emotion dependent on external circumstances. Original language analysis. We examine the nuances and usage of Hebrew words for joy like she, macha, simcha, ge, gil, she, hadvu, chedva, and run, ranan. We also covered erupt, meaning for emotions or sounds to suddenly burst forth strongly. 3. The joy of sanctification and becoming like Jesus. Sanctification and becoming like Jesus are very closely related concepts. Sanctification, a lifelong, continuous process by which we are set apart for God and made holy through the power of the Holy Spirit, turning away from sin. It's a broader theological concept encompassing God's sovereign work and our obedient response. Becoming like Jesus. This is the ultimate goal and specific outcome of sanctification. It means being transformed to imitate Jesus' character, attitudes, and actions. Why rejoice when it's difficult? Even if the process of becoming like Jesus involves suffering, it is due to the restoration of the image of God, purification through suffering, the Holy Spirit's companionship, and hope for ultimate glory. Above all, joy is given as our response to God's initiating love. 4. The purpose and direction of our lives. The Bible teaches that the purpose